Wow. This chapter had a surprising amount of fills. I didn't expect to read this chapter Toriko and feel like this. Like, I mean, Toriko could have its moments, but damn. Just to see the development Midora got in this chapter, with he was just telling Joa about his mother. It was sad. Like, the chapter is very simplistic and all, but the meaning behind it is what really gets you, because Midora, as we know, he was set up as kind of like the main villain of the first half of Toriko. He was the main villain. He was the bad guy, the big bad guy, besides, you know, Cassia / Neo and all that, and then the Nitro, but it was still, Midora was kind of like the bad guy for a while. And now seeing this, just all this stuff he said in this chapter, different things, all this meaning that, you know, his mother, what his mother meant to him and all that, it just really hits you, the way he talks about it. And majority of this chapter, the best way to summarize it is to say that this is like his final farewell, or his acceptance of the death of his mother. And it's a very powerful, powerful chapter. The execution, in some ways you could say it's stereotypical, but in another way you could say the way it was done was tasteful. And I have to say I agree with that. It's definitely a tasteful chapter that really hit home and definitely did a very good job with kind of giving us these emotions from this character. The way he was just tanking blow after blow. I mean, you had to where the in-game boss, Akasi, is coming in, trying to hit Midora, and Midora is like, just stop talking, shut the fuck up for a couple seconds, you know, Akasi, you need to get the hell out of here. That's my brother's technique. And then he starts continuously talking to Joa. I love how he does that. He's taking so many blows. He literally is tanking shit. He's taking, like, these gastric juices that could dissolve him. He tanks, like, Satan's, like, blast that could usually blast him out of orbit. You just see all these different attacks, all that he's just tanking. He's just talking so calm, so peaceful. He's not even angry. Like, the way he talks in the chapter, he's not even angry. He's not even angry. I mean, just the way he presents himself just shows that he's at that point to where he's just like, I know I can't say this to my long-dead mother. I know she's gone. She didn't come back. She probably doesn't want to come back. But, at the very least, I want to say these to her body and let, you know, anything, or just myself know that I truly can accept her death for what it was, and I can move on. This was such a beautiful chapter. It was just, in a way, letting us know that Midora has accepted everything. He has accepted his past. He's accepted the path he's taken and all that he's had to do. He's accepted all these things. He's accepted the death of his mother. And he's willing to finally take those steps and move forward up the staircase. And when he says that and he destroys her body, and you have it to where Joa's like, what are you doing? You could save this body. She could come back one day. And he continuously dissolves her body to where it's disappearing. In a way, this is a perfect fitting way to kind of conclude his character development. It lets us know that he's come to the point to where he realizes that he needs to accept that she is dead. And when he dissolves her body, that is the perfect ribbon on top of the entire package to say, it's fine, he's done. So yes, this chapter, by far, I think one of my favorite chapters I've ever read of Toriko, definitely. Top 10, one of my top 10, definitely. Because just the meaning behind it for this character, it's just so amazing. Midora has always been one of my personal favorite characters, and just seeing the development he got in this chapter, to seeing how he was taking blow after blow, to seeing how he accepted the death of his mother, which we've known about for a while, that it's kind of pained him. Just to see all this type of stuff, it's such an amazing chapter, and I didn't expect to see a chapter like this. I mean, majority of chapters of Toriko is usually about hype, feats, beating the shit out of each other. I mean, I love that type of stuff. I do. Don't get me wrong. But just seeing something like this, especially when Toriko is mainly known for world building or something, or these fights and hype and stuff, I was just completely shocked when I saw all these emotions from this character development that Midora got, and how he accepted everything. So yeah, I definitely am a big fan of this chapter. Definitely a big fan. Definitely one of my favorites of today I've read. Oh yeah, hell yeah. Definitely one of my favorites, because Midora getting characterization and development like that makes me happy, and to see how he's able to move on now and finally focus in on the in-game boss, hell yeah. So let's talk about the certain parts about this chapter. So besides the Midora stuff and his acceptance, there was some scenes especially going on with Toriko and how he is actually now talking to Pear, And Paris says, like, you can trust me, all that. I was the person that, you know, helped you with Riddle Chapter and all that information. And so you have it to where he was just trying to persuade Toriko and them that I'm on your side. I'm here to help you. Please don't kill me. I'm actually here to help you put down Acacia and Neo. So, in a way, Paris managed to prove that he was on their side. He's willing to help them out. And Toriko believes him, and they're going to be starting to initiate to attack Neo/Acacia very soon. And I just really hope with the upcoming, you know, chapters and stuff that Midoriya doesn't... I hope he doesn't die. I really hope not. Because, I mean, look. This chapter just screams death flag. It screams death flag. I mean, I've read enough manga to know that when you see a character come to this point where he goes full circle, like he just accepts everything, usually if it's not the main character, that said character will die. And I really hope that the character Midoriya does not die in this fight against Neo/Acacia just for Toriko could beat him. I just really hope that's not how it's going to end. But that's about it when it comes to this chapter. It was a very simplistic chapter, straight to the point, but it was still a glorious chapter that definitely is in my top 10 now. You all have a wonderful day or nights wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.